and I don't like it, but I'm okay.
Yeah, we will survive, so don't worry.
Yes, I know that.
All right. You know what? Today we are going to have a very interesting topic. I like it very much. I think it is one of my favorite topics. We are going to talk about holidays and traditions. So, you know what? This is a very nice topic because we can talk about many different things in the place where we live and to know many other many other things about other places. For example, Emiliano, where do you live?
I live at Mexico City.
Hey, that's great. And tell me, is there any tradition in Mexico City that you like so much?
Mm, I Dia de Muertos. I think it's
Oh,
interesting.
the Day of the Dead. Hey, that's amazing. That's beautiful. All right. And how do you celebrate the Day of the Dead in Mexico City?
Uh, I don't know how to say ofrenda.
Fair.
Well, I put the offer in my house and just that. I don't do anything else.
Anything else?
But I like to see how the people decorate their houses and that that's it kind of things.
Hey, that's it. And what about food?
Um, I don't need something special that day.
But the bread for the dead?
Oh yes, the bread is very delicious, but I don't. Well, for me, it's not so good that in the supermarkets they start to sell it 2 weeks before.
Oh, no. That's not fresh.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Thank you very much, Emiliano. All right. So, Samuel, talk to us about any tradition that you like a lot in the place where you live.
Well, I don't know because I live in Mexico State, Estado de Mexico,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't see, I haven't seen any tradition. I also just remember the same as Emiliano, but I don't like it. Sorry, I don't like the this this tradition.
What's your favorite?
Maybe I like the tradition of the Independence Day in all the country, um, because I love the food.
That's great. What do you
Yes.
like most about that tradition, that celebration?
Well, I the most that I love in that tradition is the food and that I spend more time with my family.
Hey, that's
We
great.
talk about another topics, not specifically about the day,
Hey,
because the tradition is just a tradition and it happened in the past. But in that day, we talk about our lives and another topics, and also my aunt cooked a very delicious food this day. This
wow.
day,
And what's your favorite food?
so I like um, I don't know how to say pambazo, but I like.
Ambassadors. That's it.
Also, I like tostadas de pata. I don't know how to say it.
Uh,
Sorry.
it's okay. It's the same name because they are Mexican dishes.
Oh,
Let's suppose that you want to say into Spanish, pollo teriyaki. You could say teriyaki chicken.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Thank
it.
you.
My pleasure. Thanks to you. All
I
right.
also like. Sorry. I also like pozole. It is
Wow.
my
Eh,
favorite. Yes,
that's delicious.
I love pozole.
All right. Thank you, Samuel. All right. So, Effie, talk to us about your favorite holiday or tradition.
Well, I live in Valle de Chalco, and here we didn't know, well, we didn't have a special tradition, but I would like to tell you about a very beautiful tradition of the town of my parents in Oaxaca, and it is in Santa Catarina. It's the name of the town. And I like very much to go on November 25th because all the people celebrate to Santa Catarina in a stewardship. I don't know if it's correct to say mayordomía,
Uh-huh.
stewardship. Uh-huh. And all the people work together to share food and to share drinks for 2 days, and all the people uh, live together in the church and share all the things that they like to give to other neighbors.
Wow. Hey, that's beautiful.
Yes,
Excellent. Thank you very much, Effie. That was beautiful.
thank you.
All right. Now, please, Fer, talk to us about your favorite holiday or tradition.
Well, I don't know if I have a favorite, but I like Christmas or nowadays I like I don't know how to say uh, post. Oh yeah, I forgot. This week of Saint week, Semana
Ah,
Santa,
Holy Week.
Holy Week, and because my kids are altar boys, and they start knowing all that kind of tradition, and for me it's new at the same time because I don't remember that I went to with my parents for that epoch, but I like um, so much. It's so hard, but for example, here in my town, Chalco, and exists a walking for all the streets to with a saint or with a Christ. And for example, in each houses exists a felt. I don't know if it's correct. A felt of the Christ.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And for example, in that field, the person price, sorry, price, and I don't know, maybe take some food and then go out to another uh, fault, and we continue in the 12th fault, and then we go to the church, and in the church we pray and we sing, and we take for example, my kids take the Christ and put in a or I forgot that name, a tomb. It's not a tomb,
Um,
tumba,
a tomb.
a tomb, and it's new. It's something different, but I like that.
Okay, that's great. You know what? I think that the most important is that you enjoy it.
Yes, it's new, and it's for me it's I don't know, something interest because I knew a lot of things that I don't know if I forgot or maybe I have in my mind, but I put in another way.
That's it. All right. Well, thank you very much for.
You're welcome.
Okay, Erika, please talk to us about your favorite Halloween holiday or tradition.
Hi, good night.
Good.
Well, my favorite tradition is maybe the celebration from spring, Benito Juarez birth. Hi, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you,
Ah,
but
yes, because I lost the connections a few minutes, so I
well,
can see the Wi-Fi. So I think, oh my
so
God.
you
Okay.
thought that nobody was listening to
Yes,
you.
yes, I like
We are.
the spring day, and it's beside the the bird from
Bird.
Benito Juarez.
Benito Juarez born.
Born.
Bird, I mean.
The day he was born, and for me it's wonderful because the weather change and you feel the sun in your face, and everybody's happy with the weather, and people that like to feel the energy in their bodies went to the Teotihuacan and to
Yes.
other pyramids like in Puebla and from Cholula. There is the biggest pyramid in Latin America, I think.
Yes, that's it.
And that's for me the most important tradition, because we mix the two cultures, and this from Spanian and
Spanish.
Mexico,
I'm from Spaniard people.
Spaniards and Mexicans, and it's beautiful. I think that for me is fantastic.
All right, thank you very
Sí.
much.
Okay.
All right. You know what? I would like to talk to you about the some different traditions in different places. Here we have already talked about the traditions in your hometown, but do you know about the tradition of any other place, any other country?
Mm, I don't remember if in spring, but in summer, in how do you say España? España,
Spain.
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 Yes, I can't remember. In Spain, they celebrate the solsticio, the summer solsticio. I don't know how can I say that word in English.
The summer comes. Well,
Yes,
let's.
and the summer comes, and they spend all the long night in front of the sea, and they dance and have how can I say, fogata,
A fire, a
a
bonfire.
fire. Yes, and they stay all the long night until
All
the
night long.
sun. Yes, until the sun comes, and they spend good time in the beach.
Hey, that's delicious. That sounds delicious. All
Yes,
right,
and but it's summer, not in winter, maybe not in autumn,
but
but
in
people
summer.
enjoy spring and summer.
Hey, that's beautiful. All right, thank you very much, Erika. Okay, anybody else? Hello.
Well, sorry. I have um, I have seen a video about the sorry. How can I say templo?
Temple.
How?
Oh,
Sorry, teacher, but I can hear you very well.
Temple.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
I have heard about a temple of rats in India, and it's a tradition for the people in India to go to the temple and worship the rats, and also spend their time with the rats. And also, it's very weird, but when you go to the temple, you can see a lot of rats in any way, maybe 30,000 or more of rats. And the rats are eating, drinking milk, and some people also drink the same milk that rats drink. It's a little, sorry, how can I say asqueroso?
Nasty.
Thank you. It's a little nasty for me because I don't like that animals, but those animals, sorry, those animals, but it's very weird. And also, right now, I was reading an article that said another weird tradition in Austria. This tradition, it's about Krampus night. It's like Christmas, but Krampus, it's a person that is half goat and half demon. And in Austria, the people celebrate a special night for this person. Sorry, how can I say personaje?
That character.
Thank you. Well, the people celebrate a special night for this character in December 6th.
Oh my, that sounds weird.
Yes, he's like he's the, sorry, how can I say antagonista?
The antagonist, the antithesis.
Oh, thank you. He's the antithesis of maybe, I suppose, I guess, Klaus. How can I say so?
It's the, well, it could be the opposite of Christ.
Yes, maybe because I find more relationship with. Oh,
It's
how can I say Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
Oh, thank you. I can find more relationship with Santa Claus about this character. Not the same with Christ. I think that the antagonist of Christ is the devil.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
it.
it's very weird, this tradition.
Yes, I think so. Well, for me, it is so new. I have never heard about it, and yes, it's different. All right. Thank you very much, Samuel. So, anybody else? Could anybody else talk about a different tradition?
Hi, for example, here near to my town exists a tradition in the November 2nd. The name was the Marotas Dancer or the Marotas Dance. And it's, for example, when a man use a costume for a woman and start in all the streets dancing. And when somebody arrives to the town, uh, through a lot of firefights to the
Like fireworks?
Fireworks, sorry, fireworks to the people, and all the people start running, and then you dance with them like chinelos, for example. But it's something different and strange because it's at night, and when you are dancing with them with marotas, you feel strange and you feel like I don't know if maybe if you are dancing with a witches,
Oh
it's
my.
nice, but it's strange and it's terrific sometimes
Oh
because
my.
some costumes are so real and it's like a Ginelo's mask because I feel strange because they are without moving and for me that was strange.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds weird. All right, thank you very much for. Anybody else? You know what? I remember that I heard about a place in Guerrero. I guess that the name of the town is San Jose. But in that place, people used to have a special festival in honor of the earth, and so they consider that blood is the most precious offer that we can give to the earth so that it can be fertile. So for having a good fertility year, they give blood to the earth. So the way they do is that they fight each other. Everybody fight still the moment they begin bleeding. And they say that that blood that goes to the earth is going to be a blessing for all the town. So it's if you go there, then you have to fight. You have to hit people, and people is going to hit you. So I wouldn't go. Have you heard about it?
No, but sounds strange.
Yeah, too
I
much.
think it's something similar that people do in Holy Week
Aha.
when they celebrate that date, and they also hit themselves to bleed. It's similar, I think, and it's also in Guerrero too.
Oh my. Yeah,
Yes.
it is so weird. All right. You know what? I wanted to talk to you also about this tradition. It is called the Lotus Feet. Here you are. Have you heard about it?
Yes, I have heard about
No.
it, but I think that also it is called food binding and it is from China.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that sorry, teacher.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Samuel.
Oh, I think that Chinese people are a little crazy about it because young. I think I suppose that the tradition consists in put young girls to were compelled to go through painful process of food binding.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, and well, I guess I have read about it, and I knew that the reason is that small feet are more attractive for men. So if women have small feet, then they are going to be considered beautiful. So,
Well, but
yeah,
I think that it could be maybe by a natural process. I mean maybe a woman uh, can be
hmm,
sexier for the men, but with a normal fit.
yeah. So what it
But
is, yes,
those feet are ugly.
yeah. So look at this. This is what they get with that
Oh,
process.
oh, that's horrible.
So I don't know, but there are many other things that people do in the in a runaway for being attractive. So look at this woman also. It is different, but anyway, she's damaging her body.
Yes.
And well, it is in the they are looking for beauty. So it is something like this, for example. It is similar what we are doing.
Yes. But I think that it is wrong. It is it is bad for the people and also for the human mind.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
Yeah,
because sorry, teacher. Just
no, it's okay. It's okay. I agree with you.
yes, because well, I think that we have to accept ourselves and maybe the people that do that maybe they don't have very well self-esteem maybe.
So, you know what? I think that it is amazing how all around the world we can see these kind of changes that people do to their bodies so that they can be more attractive, that they can look with a sex appeal. But you can see it also in Africa where people put a lot of rings around their necks,
Rings.
so that they can
Yeah,
be more attractive.
yes, to have a larger neck.
Uh-huh. And it is for attractiveness. So, do you know anything like this in other countries?
I don't.
About what?
About any of these? Well, a custom similar to these ones in any other place in the world.
I don't know. I don't know the correct place or country, but it's, for example, when a girl born, uh, the priest cut the clitoris because it's immoral to feel something for the woman, and for me it's so strange or and bad, maybe that kind of thing. But I don't know, maybe it's a custom because some
Uh-huh.
countries say that to born as a girl is bad because you need to be uh, a man because the man is the best, they think.
It is so controversial because, all right, to be a man is the best, but how could you have a man if there's not a woman?
Yes, but I don't know, maybe because here in Mexico we have a different kind of thing, and maybe we are so liberal, I suppose, comparing with another countries,
With some other.
because because we are, well, nowadays we have the equality for men and women, but maybe in other countries uh, exists something different because, for example, I don't like the tradition that the person who have a lot of wives, and the wives need to conquer their husband. I don't know.
Oh yes. You know what? I have a friend who is living in Arabia. His name is Abdullah Al Muslim. He was born as a Muslim also, but he talked to me. He and his sisters talked to me about that because they are living in the United States. They were studying together with me in the University of Southern Indiana, and they told me that time ago there was a use that said that a man could have as many women as they could afford their expenses. But nowadays, it is not seen like a good custom, like a good use. They refuse that kind of uses because they said that all people had many different ideas, that they don't agree now. Something similar happened in Mexico. I remember that my grandfather said that he had a lot of women and he had a lot of children also, and even he didn't know where they were. So they didn't pay attention to their children, and they didn't make they weren't in charge of all of the children they had, and it was a use here in Mexico. Nowadays it is not permitted and it is not a good use. But yes, you're right. And about what you said about the women, I guess it is in Africa, in Somalia.
The clitoris is
Yeah. So when the girls are 5 years old,
mhm.
there's a gypsy woman who goes and take a piece of metal and cut their clitoris and their inter lips into their vagina so that they don't feel any pleasure because it is not permitted for women to feel pleasure. And so they sew their parts so that they can be closed and they can offer the maximum pleasure for the men in the sexual interchange. But obviously, whenever they suffer, they don't feel they suffer. That part,
Yes,
they bleed, their flesh is torn. So it is something terrible. And of course, because of the sanitary situation and the way they do, a lot of girls, 5-year-old girls, die in the moment of that infibulation. That's the name of that operation. And
oh,
it is incredible, cruel,
yes,
but it's a use, and they say that it's kind of like their culture.
yes. Maybe like us in many years ago, no? When they sacrifice a person, or the winners, or the heroes, or virgin women. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's it. You know what? I remember that here in Mexico we had many different uses, even to that the respected person were men, not women. I had uh, some neighbors who now they don't talk in a very confident way to their husbands. They say, "Oiga, señor," and I said, "Eh? Is your husband?" Yes, but it is not the same like me. I have to respect him. And I say, "Oh my."
It's like the parents. No? For
Mm-hmm.
example, I call to my parents, mamá y papá. But a lot of people say, oiga,
Uh-huh.
and that is strange. Well, for me, it's that it's strange because I feel that I have a wall between us.
Mm-hmm. It is not respect, it is a wall. You said
Yes, for me, yes.
that's it. All right, thank you very much, Fer. All right, any opinion about this?
Can I say something, teacher?
Yes, of course, Samuel.
Well, I think that maybe in the world are customs, but some customs are good, are positive for us. I think that if a custom is related to a thing about respect or to a thing about to be a better person, it's good. It's good for us. But for example, the custom of food binding and customs in Africa and another customs that are in the less developed countries, I think that customs are bad for the human being. Maybe I think that those customs um, were born because, for example, one man many years ago had a way of thinking, a bad way of thinking, but that man maybe had a lot of power, and also, sorry, and the people, the the people that how can I say el pueblo gobernado?
Mm, the governed town.
But I mean the person is the same.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, it can be also used like that. Like that, for example, whenever you say pueblos africanos, you can say African towns, and you are referring to people.
Oh, thank you, teacher.
It's
Well,
okay.
I think that the governed town maybe have to obey obedecer
Mm-hmm.
to obey the government, may even if the government was wrong. Have you heard about I don't know who's gonna say in English, but it is Colonia Dignidad.
A Polish dignity.
Oh, thank you. Have you heard about Polish Dignity?
No, I haven't.
It was a town in, I don't remember the country. Uh, do you remember uh, Pinochet?
Yes, I do.
What country? I don't remember where he governed. Do you
Chile.
remember? Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. The Polish Dignity was a town in Chile, and it it was a town that has sorry, that had a governor that was crazy because that man thought that woman is the oh sorry
It's okay.
he thought that the woman was the worst thing in the world.
My goodness.
Yes, and in the Polish dignity, the men and the women um, were separated. And for example, in the night, the, some women were uh, were beaten by men like a ritual.
My goodness.
Yes, would you? Sorry, you should see a movie that is called Colonia. It's very it's a good movie and it's very interesting to know about the police dignity. It's a movie of Emma Watson and I don't remember the actor, but it's a very good movie.
Yeah, I will watch it. I will look for it. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Yeah, you know what? You made me remember um, the time when the Second World War was in progress, and the Jewish were like rats. Well, they were like animals because of the thought of the German people, that they considered that Jewish people was not, they were non-human. So that's why they tried to extinguish the you. So, oh my, it is kind of like weird to me also. All right, anybody else's opinion? Come on, kids. Emiliano, don't sleep. Hello, Emiliano.
So, at this moment, I don't have any comments.
Ah, it's okay, don't worry. But what do you think about the things that your classmates have commented?
Mm, well, I don't know. The traditions, I don't know, are very distinct among the countries. As you comment, there are a lot of tradition. Maybe something that are weird for us, but if I don't know, I think maybe we have some traditions that can be weird for uh, foreigners. Is that how I say it? Extranjeros,
For foreign people.
foreign people. Um, but at the same time, I agree with my my classmate in the part of some traditions harm the people. Um, I don't know how to say denigrar.
They on their oh my I had the word I had
Mm,
for
denigrate.
yeah that's it to denigrate.
To denigrate the people, and but I don't know. I don't know how to say or what not to say it at this moment.
It's okay, Emiliano. Thank you very much. Okay, so Erika, what do you think about this?
Well, I don't like that traditions can disturb your body like the girls from China. I think that have have a beautiful big foot is nice, even if you have a small pair of both of this kind of shoes. I don't know. It's not normal. It's not healthy. It's not nice. The same the traditions that uh, put a lot of rings in your neck to elong the distance between the shoulders and your head. So they think that it's beautiful, that kind of woman with a long neck, like giraffes from Africa.
Giraffes. Yeah,
Giraffes,
that's it.
yes,
Or the ones that who put dishes in their lips. They make
yes,
their lips grow.
yes. It's not natural, but it's their mind, their body, and their culture. So maybe they think that we are a kind of clone or a kind of Donald Mac. No, what's the name of the Ronald McDonald? Uh,
Yeah, that's it.
when they see us with a red big lips in the street, so I don't know. Each culture has their own concept or beauty or I don't know. Their religion maybe has a little influence on this, and obviously the machismo
Uh-huh.
is part of this, because imagine a woman trying to run from one boy with that kind of shoes and with their foot um, plegados. How can I say?
Fold.
Um,
Fold.
yes, I can imagine that because the Chinese or Japanese, I think it's Japanese, the Japanese woman can walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I don't. I'm not agree with this.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't agree. So you know what? It comes to my mind something that happened here in Mexico time ago. I remember that once my brother fall down, and my father immediately told him, "Don't cry. You are a man. Men don't." So if you are cheeking like a girl, and I said, "Hey, what's your problem with girls?" And so what
Yes.
happens? No, and later on, time later, he said, "You have to work very well because you are going to be the one who afford the expenses in your house. So if you are not a good supplier, then your woman is going to leave you." And I said, "Hey,
Yeah.
men are not banks.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
why do people think about men in that way?" Or another day, my mother told me, "You know what? You have to be a very good housewife. If you don't know how to cook, if you don't know how to clean the house, and if you are not healthy enough for having babies, to give born babies, you are not going to be a good woman." And I said, "My goodness, I am not a maid." I think that those kind of ideas were also part of our ideology time ago.
Yes, but not too much time ago.
Uh-huh.
Maybe 20, 40 years ago,
Yeah,
more or less. Yes. Yes,
yeah,
it's incredible, but people still think in that way.
that's it.
A lot of boys that I have met when I was studying at the university think that they should get a good woman like the old-fashioned woman without um, without respect to herself, because that's kind that you have no respect to you. I think
That's
that
it.
you are only a slave.
A piece of flesh.
Yes, a fresh, a fresh
Yeah,
piece of flesh.
a
Yes,
fresh piece of flesh. That's it. So
yes,
yes, that is also part of the ideology for some people. All right. Well, yes, I don't know if somebody of you want to say anything else, any comment, any question. I think that this topic was extremely interesting. Hello, any question?
Yes, I'm agree with you, teacher, but also this topic was a little complicated for me because when we are not talking about some topics frequently, when we have to talk about the topic, it's a little hard because we don't know words, vocabulary about the topic.
Yes, that's it. You're right.
And it's good. I think that it's good because we we can learn new words, new things, and new ways to think in English.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? What I offer you to do is to send you previously to the class the topic we are going to talk about, and even the presentation, so that you can look for some word exponents that you could use for expressing your ideas, or maybe to make a very small brief investigation about the topic, so that you can have more ideas about what to say. No, I think it would be better.
Yes, it could be better, teacher.
All right. Yes. Thank you very much for your suggestion. I think that it is very valuable. All right. Well, thank you very much for your attention, for your attendance, and meet you next class. Have a very good night.
Thank
Have
you,
Teacher,
a good
teacher.
night, teacher.
A good night. Thank you.
teacher,
Yes.
I have a question, but it's not about this topic.
Yes. Tell me.
I have a question in the